day 4. Oh my goodness, this is my absolute favourite practice to do in the whole world. And it is the Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. It's taken me a long time to be able to say that. There's a lot of O's and P's in there. But I'll explain what it means, and when you understand the root of the word, what it means, what it does for you, you'll be able to say it too. So what is Ho'oponopono? In a nutshell, it's forgiveness. But why should we even forgive? Why? It feels good, doesn't it, to be justified in feeling angry to somebody who wronged us. It feels wrong somehow to let them get away with what they've done to us. And doesn't forgiving mean that we're saying that what they've done is okay? Feels like that, doesn't it? But actually, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. Think about that for a minute. How would it feel to not be angry anymore? To not feel wronged? To not be holding on to the baggage and the bad feelings of the past? How would it feel to look that person in the eye and feel nothing but compassion for them? Feel pretty amazing, wouldn't it? So today we're going to follow the practice of Ho'oponopono, and we are going to forgive 3 people. By forgiving, you're not letting them off the hook. You're not telling them that it's okay what they did to you. What you're doing is releasing yourself from the bad feeling that you're harbouring towards them, and you're finding in yourself peace and freedom that just isn't there when you're angry or upset. What you're also doing is you're giving yourself the gift of a future of good feelings only. The benefits of forgiving are wide and deep. Some of the most immediate ones are that you will sleep better. Immediately, the night after you forgive, you will sleep better because you haven't got on your mind and in your heart the negativity weighing you down and playing on your mind. It's well known that negative feelings increase stress levels, and an increased level of the stress hormone cortisol causes all sorts of physical and mental problems. Anyone who has, if you've ever experienced or if you're suffering like I am with anxiety and depression, one of the strangest symptoms of that, completely unexpected, is that everything hurts, your back, your shoulders, your neck, everything. And by releasing the stress of carrying those negative feelings towards somebody, it can actually help with anxiety and depression. I'm going to link some stuff about this below, because this video and I don't cover the scope of the mental health effects. The question I want to ask you now, right at the very beginning of this, because this is a very important, very serious practice, is this: is it worth it? Is not forgiving worth not sleeping? Is it worth physical pain? Is it worth the increased anxiety of knowing that you have to sometimes face these people in everyday life? Only you can decide that. And if you decide that all of those things are worth not forgiving for, then turn this video off right now. Maybe come back to it later. But if you decide that you are worth forgiving somebody, if you decide that you want to be free of your past, you want to step right this instant onto a brand new path, stay here. You're in exactly the right place. We started with the question, why should we even forgive? For me, the answer is obvious, but I've been doing this for a long time. And in a sentence, the reason to forgive is for ourselves. I mean, what even is Ho'oponopono? It's not a word that we get, nobody's even heard about it. When I first came to it, I was like, Ho'opono, what now? And what it is, it's an ancient Hawaiian healing technique. It teaches taking 100% responsibility for your existence and your part in things. It teaches repentance, so you also forgive yourself, and also gratitude. Thank you for the things that you have. It was originally a group practice, and it was to solve disputes within the community, and you'll see later on how that actually is even possible. It works on the subconscious mind to transform your life and to solve problems. It helps your mind to be clear, healed and opened. It frees you from negative feelings about the past and also unconscious programming, because all through our lives we get programmed by what other people think we should do, by you're not good enough, by every single thing that happens to you creates a belief or an understanding or a memory. And what Ho'oponopono does, basically, it just wipes that away, which means that you can then start making decisions in freedom from your past. So that's the main aim of it, is to wipe your subconscious mind clear. It makes you limitless. Nothing will be holding you back. If you practice Ho'oponopono, nothing will hold you back. It's also designed to connect you to the higher power. So this might be, for you, it might be God. It could be your higher self. For me, it's the universe. So it's the consciousness, the great consciousness, which we're all part of. And it is based on the belief that everything is connected. That's really important to remember through this, because when I tell you about what process is, you're going to be thinking, I don't understand. You don't need to understand, just need to accept at this point. So what does Ho'oponopono even mean? Ho'o means to make. So that's the first part, Ho'o, make. Pono means to feel right. When you feel Pono, you have a strong sense that all is well. It's a practice. You don't just wake up feeling it. It's a practice, like gratitude is a practice, like forgiveness is a practice, like self-love is a practice. And the more you practice, the more Pono you will feel. Pono is based on actions as well. So making things right, forgiveness is an active process. So Ho'oponopono is to make things right, doubled. So you're not just making things right with yourself, you're also making things feel right with everything else around you. And this is where that concept of all things being connected comes in, because if you feel Pono with you, that feeling of rightness then ripples out across the universe in the same way as the law of attraction. In fact, Pono is the law of attraction in action. Ho'oponopono is the laws of the universe in action. So why this specific practice? Because there are lots of ways to forgive. This one for me is the deepest, and it makes the most sense, because by clearing away your past, you can step into your future. So Ho'oponopono is practiced 3 times. When someone has wronged you, so you're forgiving them. With someone you love, which makes your relationships even better. And then with someone who's died. So you're not forgiving that person, but what you are doing is you are releasing them to source. You're not holding back their energy, so you're allowing their spirit to go to wherever spirits go when we die. And it also releases you from the grief, because we've all experienced crippling grief where we can barely move or get out of bed. It's not the way to live. Releasing that grief means that you can live in happiness, guilt-free, with their memories. We are going to focus on the first one of those, when someone has wronged you. We're going to focus on forgiveness of transgressions. Not forgiving is holding a grudge. And holding a grudge creates distance between people. It creates tension within you and within your environment. It makes you think revenge. How can you get back at that person? And holding a grudge makes you very, very angry. And all of these things damage you emotionally and physically. So Ho'oponopono, it gives you 2 gifts. It maintains your energy and personal vitality, and it protects you from energy drainers. So in the same way as the rose tool that we did on day 2 gathers back all of your energy which you have left everywhere, and then releases the energy from within you that is somebody else's, Ho'oponopono does that same kind of thing but in a different way, cleanses in a different way. This leads to emotional healing. Overall, this practice allows you to heal and to regain control of your energy and your health and your life. Within Ho'oponopono, there are 3 types of wrongs. There is hala, which is erring by omission. So this is things like procrastinating or being unmindful in your behaviour towards somebody else. It's not putting in your best effort within something. And by releasing it, it releases you from feeling guilty, but also it prevents other people from overstepping your boundaries. It helps you maintain healthy boundaries for yourself. The second wrong in Ho'oponopono is hua, H-E-W-A, which is excessiveness. So obsessing over something or someone. Perfectionism, overindulgence and addictions. And releasing it frees you from that desperate need for something, the need to be perfect, the need for that guy to call you, the need for just another mindless chocolate out of the box. And then the final one is ino, which is intentionally hurting somebody. This includes yourself. Intentionally hurting yourself is one of the 3 Ho'opono wrongs. It's not right to hurt yourself. So this is everything intentional, from idle gossip, oh my god, look at that, did you hear what she did? It hurts that person, it hurts you. All the way through to murder, because that hurts everybody. In Ho'oponopono, ino must be forgiven no matter what the transgression, no matter how bad it was. Alright? And you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not gonna forgive my rapist. I'm not gonna forgive the guy who murdered my brother. You're not forgiving them for them. They don't even know. And if they did know, they probably didn't even care. If somebody can murder someone, do you really think they care about your forgiveness? The person who cares about your forgiveness is you. Because not forgiving, it only hurts you. It holds you back. And if you forgive, then you are free. And this is the whole point of Ho'oponopono, and that leads very beautifully into the next thing on my little list here. Oh, excuse me, feet's going down. Ho'oponopono is sovereign. Ho'oponopono is releasing your past and becoming clean with it to have a clean slate to move forward. Taking responsibility is one of the main elements of Ho'oponopono, isn't it? And taking responsibility is sovereign. The grace of releasing yourself from negative feelings creates inner peace, which is sovereign. Freedom of not being held back by what someone else did to you is sovereign. Personal sovereignty is about you living in alignment with yourself, with integrity, with love for yourself. So that's why I've included this practice of Ho'oponopono in this course, which is all about how to start out on your path to personal sovereignty. So how do we do this? The first thing to remember is that forgiving is for you. Everything is connected. By forgiving, you release yourself. This isn't about anybody else. This is all about you. Okay, so don't worry if it feels weird or false or fake. Don't worry if you do it and it just feels so forced and clunky and horrible. It doesn't matter, it still works. It still works, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna talk you through it and then I'm gonna take you through it on a meditation. So the first thing I'm gonna do is talk about somebody you're not pono with, someone you don't feel right with. Think of someone who, I don't know, maybe they crashed into you with a trolley or something. Someone who's just irritated you a little bit, right? We're gonna go into this with gentleness and kindness. We're not going to force this, right? So we're going to practice from the ground up. So practice with somebody who is a fleeting annoyance in your life. You're going to face this person. You're going to visualize them. You're going to stand in an open space a neutral space and you're going to face them. And you're going to tap into source, and you're going to take the love and forgiveness from the universe or from God into yourself. First of all, you're going to heal yourself first, and then you're going to take that outwards to that person to heal that person. And you're going to say these words. You're going to say, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And this is where you might have problems. You might say, well, I'm not forgiving myself, I'm not asking you to forgive me. Everything's connected, so it doesn't matter. That person in front of you is a part of the universe in which you live. So by forgiving them, by forgiving you, you're forgiving them. By forgiving them, you're forgiving you. And it was all healing. Just go with it, okay? After that, you're going to watch the person just float away into the distance. You're going to let them go. And if you feel or see any like strings or cords between you, you're going to cut them. You're going to make a motion like this, either in your head or in person, and you're going to cut these cords like this until they're gone. And then what you're going to do is watch them float away, and then you're going to take a moment just to bring them back, visualize them again, see how you feel. If you feel any negativity, then keep repeating Ho'oponopono, keep repeating this process until the only thing you feel for them is compassion and love and peace, okay? Because that means you're free. When you're free, you don't feel any negative attachment. Okay, so in a moment, I'm just going to take you through the meditation. We're going to do it 3 times. One time with somebody who is a little bit annoying. The second time, we're going to do it with somebody that we love. So we're going to make it easy, someone that we love. And then we're going to do it with ourselves. We're going to forgive ourselves. So get yourself some tissues, some water, get comfy, sit for this one. So sit in a comfortable place, maybe sitting on the floor, cross-legged, or in a chair. Doesn't really matter, just make sure that you're comfortable and make sure you won't get interrupted, okay? And then we shall begin. Come to a seated position, nice and comfortable. Roll any tension out of your shoulders, out of your neck, your back. You don't really carry any tension into this practice today. Breathe long and deep, inhaling and exhaling through your nose, feeling the connection with your own body, feeling the breath enter and exiting your body through your nose. Now feel a connection with Source, the universe, God, whatever you call the higher power, the one who we all come from, the one we all return to. Take 9 long, deep breaths. Inhaling for 7, hold for 7, exhale for 7, and then hold the breath out for 7. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Continue breathing in this way, inhaling for 7 or for as long as you can, up to a count of 7. Holding the same amount of time, exhaling, and then holding the breath out for the same amount of time as your inhale. Do this 9 times, starting now. bring to mind somebody who you're not partner with, someone who has wronged you in some way. Think of somebody who is or has been a slight annoyance, and visualize yourself and this person facing each other a good distance apart. You're in a neutral and open space. Imagine an endless source of love and forgiveness flowing into your head from above, filling your body through your face, your neck, shoulders, arms, your body, your legs and your feet. Filling up with this love, this forgiveness, and you overflow with it. You send this love and forgiveness to the other person standing in front of you. You say to them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And now watch the person float away. And if you feel or see any cords or strings between you, cut them. Let that person go. Breathe in and out gently. Stay in this space. And visualize in front of you, a little distance away, somebody you love. Someone who makes you feel safe and happy. And send to them the love and forgiveness which is overflowing from you. Send it to them and say to them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And now watch this person float away. And if you do feel any cords or see any cords between you and them, go ahead and cut them. Let them go with peace, joy, love and grace. And watch them float away from you. And now visualize a perfect copy of yourself in front of you. This is you. And feel the endless love and forgiveness flowing through you, overflowing. Send it to yourself. And say to yourself, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. If you see any cords or feel any bad feeling towards yourself, cut those cords. Let it go. Let those bad feelings go away. And as this copy, this image of yourself dissolves away, know that you are free from your past. Now bring to mind all three: the person who annoyed you a little bit, the person that you love, and yourself. Imagine them all standing in front of you. How do you feel about each one? You can ask them, do I still feel any negativity towards you? And if they say yes, repeat the Ho'oponopono process. If they say no, you know that that bad feeling is gone. They are forgiven. You are forgiven. I'll give you a few moments here to repeat the process. Visualizing that person in front of you, sending them love and forgiveness, and saying to them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Take a really, really deep breath and let it out with a sigh. And open your eyes. How do you feel? Do you feel as though a weight has lifted? Do you feel as though you've been released from the past? How did it work? Do you no longer feel anything negative towards those people? With the person you love, do you feel closer to them? Notice over the next few days what happens. There have been stories, and this has happened to me as well. I've done this with somebody in the past who I just couldn't get along with. The next day after doing it, they came to me and they said, I think we should make an effort to get on. And I said yes. Because that tension between us, from my side, had gone, and they felt it too. They didn't know what they were feeling. And this is the beauty of Ho'oponopono, because even if the other person doesn't know that you've forgiven them, that you don't harbour any bad feelings towards them anymore, they can still feel it. And even if you're miles and miles apart or years and years apart, it doesn't matter, because we are all connected. And by doing this work for ourselves, in our own safe spaces, in our heads or in our minds, we send that love from our heart, from source, to those people. I would like to invite you to repeat this process. I will upload a document for you which sets out all the steps, and of course you can watch this video as many times as you like, but if you want to have it written down in front of you, then I'll make that available for you as well. And I want you to try it with something more difficult, so somebody from your past, maybe an ex-partner, or even a situation, maybe you were made redundant from a job. Anything that's affected you a lot more. Don't go straight in with the heavy stuff. Build up to that and keep doing this process, keep doing this practice of Ho'oponopono, and please let me know how you get on. I find it really, really powerful and very freeing. So yeah, let me know how you get on. Also, let me know if you need any help with it or any of it, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Now, I have been thinking about this, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna go live. This is gonna happen. I don't think that I can do tomorrow over video, so I'm gonna go live. It will be recorded and uploaded, so it's always gonna be there. And if you can join me, then that would be great. I'll put a notification in the group what time that will be. It will probably be 2 p.m, 2:30 p.m. UK time for 10-15 minutes. And we'll see you there. See you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.